Shoot for the moon and welcome everybody to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast. We are reviewing episode 9 of Hello Tomorrow out on Apple TV Plus. All episodes out are for streaming. But Akram, what were your thoughts on this episode?
This show so far, like it's a mixed bag of good reviews and bad reviews. But I think this episode is pretty solid. It's the penultimate. That's what you call it, right? Episode leading up to episode 10. Not bad. Pretty cool stuff. I think at this point, I don't know how these people are going to go like live their lives. Like they're trapping themselves in a corner so much that I feel like they're gonna have to get in some big battle with the U.S. I don't know. Like it's like a civil war at this point. I have no clue how they're getting away with this stuff.
They send the Avengers to like arrest them or something.
Seriously, it's like this leads up to Secret Invasion. Right, with Samuel Jackson, okay?
You heard it here, folks.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it had really sweet moments in this episode. I think that's the takeaway, was the whole interaction between Jack and Joey. They're finally having a heart-to-heart now that they have unveiled the truth, right? It seems like the rest of the gang is kind of like doing their own thing. I mean, Herb is like really the only one working for Brightside at this point. That's why I was laughing when like his girlfriend was like, "You should get a promotion." I'm like, he's the only one working.
He owns it.
Well, he's gonna pat himself on the back, like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Shirley and Eddie are kind of like playing craps at Atlantic City or something.
I don't know. These people, low lives. The scum of the scum.
Shit, I guess. I mean, she wants to talk all that high and mighty shit, and then like she starts cheating at poker games. I'm like, damn.
She's gonna be like, boy, look at me. Woo! And it's like she's having all this fun. Right. Like, damn.
And on top of that, so then we have that one scene where like Eddie is getting like jumped by this mob enforcer.
Yeah.
He like burns his hand off like so casual. I'm like, damn, what fucking toaster like you got? Because I don't want to use that toaster in my house.
Yeah, how are you gonna cook toast with that? That's wild. Everybody like in the future has like mad heartburn because of the food, like it's always burned. Yeah, that really took me like that shocked the hell out of me because we haven't seen anything violent. So we're getting into spoilers at this point, guys.
We had the van hitting the mom in the beginning. That was the only thing like
true.
Violent.
True.
But damn, they fucking took that motherfucker's hand off. I was like, shit.
Yeah. So you know how this episode, guys, if you're actually sticking with us, please drop a like because we're starting. This is kind of like a burden to review this at this point. But this episode kind of feels like when you graduated 8th grade or you graduated senior year and the teachers play a movie for everybody just to chill, but a lot of people aren't going to stay there. They're just going to talk with their friends, leave.
Background noise.
Yeah, it kind of feels like everything's now discombobulated. Everybody's doing their own thing, and it's not really cohesive. It's like, what's going on in this case? This is, they're going to have to bring Stormy Daniels at this point and like figure something out, because I really don't know how. Jack's doing his own thing. Jack is like at this point working for the CIA or Elon Musk. Eddie and Shirley are like the lowest of the low. They're like the good fellas basically, except they're the victims. And Lester and Myrtle, they're low lives. I don't know what's going on with them. And Herb and his wife are on
Maher or Jerry Springer.
Yeah,
or some shit.
They're like, don't get this wrong. Looks can be deceiving. Herb and his wife are like the two poorest motherfuckers in this show, but they act like they're all that. Like, what's going on with these people?
Right.
What is happening right now? What am I watching? I feel bad for Joey though. Joey is like Leo and The Departed. He's probably gonna be shot later on. Like when the elevator opens.
Just give me a bottle of scotch and a handgun to blow my fucking head off.
I really don't know what's going on anymore. I mean, now they split up. It's like if you had Fear the Walking Dead and like in the season, you know what I mean? Like Fear the Walking Dead, they keep splitting up the characters, but they do it in one episode. It's like it's too jaunting and really feels like everybody's on their own paths. And it's like,
let me ask you something.
I'm not down for it.
Do you think it's because of the runtime? Because these episodes are really short. Now I'm looking back, I was like, damn, we're like breezed through these episodes now. Yeah. Do you think if it was longer, they would have more time to kind of explore different ideas or different plots, just like because it feels like very rushed at this point.
I think from the beginning, from the get-go, yeah, it would have been a little bit better. I mean, with runtime, you also have to change what you're going to do or where you go. Because like when we reviewed The Last of Us, I was saying like, damn, these are too short. But maybe that was the secret. And maybe it was just longer. It overstayed its welcome. I feel like this show is kind of overstaying its welcome at this point. Like, what if this show actually had long episodes, but it was just 5 episodes or something like that? I wonder how it would bode well with people. Because this feels like it's a big concept what they're dealing with, right? Retrofuturism and stuff, but it's jam packed into a tight package, and it's like seeping through the package, and not in a good way. It's kind of like going all over.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I think it would have been more interesting if these episodes kind of explored every character's reasoning for joining Jack's kind of business in a way. I think it could have been like, because we did get a flashback episode with Jack in that one where like we saw like he almost committed suicide, and then that was kind of like his newfound purpose was like he was gonna do something better for people. Now it's just kind of like everybody's like, I don't know, world tournament poker or some shit.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are in like a Chinese basement playing gambling or something.
I get like Herb's working for Spirit Airlines or some shit. I don't know.
He's LARPing as that. Okay,
there you go. Yeah, but it would have been cool to see like everybody's like where they were before they got into this business, right?
Right. And
that could have been more interesting because it's like Jack, it's like everybody hits a low point before they kind of find this newfound leaf. I mean, they kind of showed like Shirley's background. She was kind of working at the same job that Jack was. But how about Eddie and Herb, right? Like, where do they, come from? And then I think it could have been more interesting, like seeing Joey's like childhood, realizing that he didn't have a father. I don't know. They could have went so many different avenues with this show. It feels like it's kind of just leading up to nothing at this point. I mean,
really, yes.
We have a business deal with Elle, and she's apparently gonna pull some mortgage-backed security fraud on everybody, like the housing market. But then, it's like, okay, so Joey, he was trying to catch Jack in a lie on tape for Lester. That was the only real moment of this episode that I took away. So let me get your thoughts on that scene.
That was symbolic. It really was, because it was revealed when Jack threw a ball, like catch. This is their first time actually playing catch, and then the hardware was revealed. It slipped out of Joey's shirt, and it was like, oh man. And then they had this really heartfelt conversation in a way. But Jack wanted Joey to come out because they had to introduce like this advertisement or stuff. Jack was going to throw the first ball of the game. And then Joey was like, I can't go out there with you, Jack. And then so Jack was like, good for you, which confused me too. But I think it's like, it's very dangerous here right now, because it's like, good for you. I'm stuck in my ways right now. I think I'm going to commit career suicide and like life suicide right now. I don't want you a part of it. Right. I don't want you to feel hurt or get hurt.
I can see the confusion because he just had the best deal of his life with Elle, right? We already established that was like his breakthrough. But then I'm kind of thinking of the scene where he was talking to his own father in like the drum barrel, and how he was kind of ashamed of his own father. So maybe in a way, it's like he's proud of Joey for standing up for himself and not wanting to be like his old man, like how Jack was with his own father.
Right.
It's kind of like he wants his own morals, right, and not following his father's footsteps. Because I think Jack realizes he's a pretty messed up individual, right? I mean, at the end of the day, he's fooling everybody, even himself. So maybe perhaps that's the reason why he went along with, giving the evidence to Joey.
Oh, I get it now. I get it now. It also has to do with vices. this whole season, it's like all these people, they're attached to something, a vice. It's not so much about being sold a dream. It can be, but it's also, look, you have Myrtle, you have Lester. Look at this, actually, which is really interesting. All these people are kind of paired up with their own vices. You have Lester, and you have Eddie, you have Shirley. They're paired up with their own vices. You have Herb and his wife. You have Jack, and it should have been Joey, but instead it's Elle at the moment. But it goes back and forth. It's like, damn, yeah. Oh, that sucks. That's depressing. It's like living a lie. It's the only way that you could be kind of happy. Right. But it'll lead to a dead end, though. That's crazy.
That's an amazing point you just made. Yeah, I can totally see that. It's like everybody kind of wants to better themselves, but it's like at the end of the day, they know what their vice or their, kind of addictive moralities are like. Yes. So it's like they can't really let that go. Because look, he even walked away from Joey, and now he's going through with this for Elle.
And who's free?
Exactly, who's free?
Joey. Joey's free. Perhaps, he's young. Yeah. He's young. He could leave. He could go. Mm-hmm. Everybody is like stuck in their ways.
Well, he broke the cycle of
violence by Neil Druckmann.
No, but you know what I'm getting at? Like he kind of like broke the chain that Jack was following with his own father, right?
Yes.
He decided not to be this corrupt salesman. He decided not to lie to other people and himself, most importantly.
Wow.
So I wonder if they'll backfire somehow.
I think it will. I think it's like there's like scenes in a lot of movies when you have an innocent character, and I forgot what's this trope, what you call this, and like Dick, whatever, narratology, right? There's this theme where it's like the innocence usually. Fuck, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's like, okay, imagine if there's like a burning building and like somebody rescued you and you're in a car and then like you're looking at the burning building and you're like going away from it, right? And it's like you look at there's
great illustrated point.
You know what I'm God. It's something like that. What I'm trying to say is Joey, again, he has the freedom to make this choice and it's kind of harder when you're older. And it's also not just that, but it's like you have nothing else to live for. Because people have their own stupid reason. Look at Lester; he's like going all schizo, like my dog, or whatever. It's like, and Myrtle was like, oh, poor thing. But Myrtle obviously wants to have like some romantic thing.
Lester, I mean, he kind of, I get what he was saying. Like he was trying to protect the things he loves, but unfortunately, the things he loves, he wants them to kind of break out of the rules of right, so you can actually enjoy life, right, instead of like conforming all the time. But I guess Myrtle, I think she's too caught up. I mean, she's drinking the Kool-Aid at this point. She at first she seemed like she was definitely down for this whole burning down bright side, but now it seems like after she saw the rocket, it's like her mindset complete 180, and it's like she doesn't see the truth, and perhaps she feels like intimidated and scared. Like if she goes back to this, she gave up her life with her husband. Granted, it was a shitty lifestyle, but it was all she knew, and that was stability, right? So it's like if she goes back to this, she's not gonna have anything, right?
Yeah. Oh wow, I'm getting it now. This is a really depressing show if you think about it. My goodness, I think this was a mistake, everybody. I think it made me more sad. Shit. It's kind of realistic in a way, though. It's like an ugly truth. It's like something, it's like, you're just going to have to live with this. It gets you by. But what happens when it finishes? All these people are just going to be washed up. They're going to be like, they're going to feel empty. Well, until the next thing. It's also a commentary on consumerism, I guess, as well.
Perhaps, yeah.
Wow.
So what would you overall give this episode a rating, and what do you see for the final episode, I guess?
Honestly, talking to you now, I probably would give it a 9 out of 10 because I really actually uncovering a lot of stuff now. And yeah, I probably would give it a 9 out of 10. But if I was just like some random guy walking past the street and I seen this show for some reason and I stayed looking like this, I was like,
if you were a low life, you were just
just some guy walking past a TV shop. He's like, and he stays there for like 40 minutes. I probably would give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, if I was like that. But okay, so my rating is about 5 out of 10 if I'm a random guy, but 9 out of 10 because I'm just me. So yeah, what would you give it? That makes sense.
That's a fair assessment. I can see it. I think because we break down things a lot, we tend to see things that aren't there, even if they aren't intentional. So yeah, I give this an 8 out of 10 because this was still an emotional and one of the better episodes, I would say.
True.
But I wonder, how this is gonna end, and perhaps like, is there any like unresolved things after this? I really wonder if there's going to be season 2. I doubt it after watching this. I mean, it was fun in the beginning, but now it's kind of a chore to kind of keep going. But guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Where do you see this show going, and what are your thoughts? Because I'm very like mixed about this show, but overall it was still entertaining, I guess. But yeah. 8 out of 10 for me. That is our review for episode 9. Check out our other reviews for Hello Tomorrow if you haven't already. And next week will be the last episode. This week, will be the last episode. So check that out as well. Check out our other reviews. We do plenty of content. And thank you guys for tuning in. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor. Check out all our reviews. And until then, thanks for having lunch with us.
See you guys.
Now I'm just thinking, they're watching us and they're like,